Good morning, everyone. I'm not going to put my hand in there this time. Good morning, everyone. It's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. Wanted to show you my journaling by 5's signature that I did this weekend while I had company. I taught them how to do journaling by 5's. Let me turn on my little light. And this is my little, I call it a signature because, you know, it's only a few pages long. So I wanted to do a flip through of that. I'm not putting my hand in there because I don't know how to do all this stuff, but I notice when I'm flipping through YouTube and I see the first picture that you want to click on to watch that video, they all look like staged and planned, and here mine is with my hands in there. I'm like, I don't know how, is it taking just the first few seconds and posting that as your picture? I don't know how all that works, but anyway, I'm going to do a quick flip through of this. Probably a lot of gabbing, and Christina's shack, she kind of wanted to see a little flip through of my dried eco prints, so I'm going to do that. Listen, first of all, I've got to tell you, I have a wealth of information right here to share. I don't know what I should do so that you're not just staring at this. Maybe I should do a flip through of this while I'm telling what's on my paper. Okay, so this is journaling by 5's. If you're not familiar with journaling by 5's, it changed my life. Shannon Green is curator the right word, or the inventor, or whatever you want to call her? Whatever you want to call Shannon Green. She is the maker of this process. I'm not kidding you. It changed my life. Anyway, let me explain what journaling by 5's is real quick before I get through it. Journaling by 5's is where you take 5 prompts and you have 15 minutes to do each prompt. The first prompt is collage. The second prompt is paint. Third prompt is stamp and stencil, focal point, and detail. So I never take more than 10 pages. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have 6. 6 and 6 is 12 until it's 24. That gives you 24 surfaces to do. Each prompt, you only have 15 minutes to do it. So the first prompt is collage. You go through all of these pages and collage the heck out of them. My first tidbit is to tell you is do not bind them, because you can do both sides and throw it aside and let it dry while you're doing the next one, because you're flicking through there. You do not have time to think. Second one, 15 minutes. You're going to go through and put paint, color, gelatos, spray, whatever you can on every page as fast as you can, and so forth. This process, I call it, is to get you out of your mind. She has the technical way to say left brain, right brain. I don't know which is which. I'm out of my brain. So I try to overthink things too much, and this really helps me to get stuff done without thinking about it. And then look, it totally looks like you planned it when you're done. Now, I don't worry about the words during this session. I go back later and do my words as I see something. Like I just saw this one today and went, oh, art and soul. That explains that picture for me. So I glued it on. So I'm going to go through that while I tell you about the changes in my life. Okay. I think it was Linda on Linda's Mixed Up Mess that I was talking to, saying I would like to tag a channel or whatever you call it, so that when you go into my description, you could touch on that channel and go to them. I think I asked Grandma Z this once before too. I'm not sure. I may have just asked her today. Anyway, brain mush. She told me how to do it and I could not figure it out. It would not work for me. I think she said put an @ symbol and then put their name. Well, it wasn't highlighting it as a link. That's what it was. It wasn't highlighting it as a link. So today I was looking in YouTube Studio. I've never looked in YouTube Studio. Well, it lets you do a little more detailed stuff, and I was on my computer instead of my phone. Big difference. So it showed in there where you could type the and I started typing Linda's, and it popped up different people that I'm subscribed to. And I just clicked on Linda's Mixed Up Mess, and it linked her channel. So, oh my gosh, I am going to be able to link people's channels. So I linked Rosemary Morris's channel when I was talking about my eco dyeing, and I linked Shannon Green's channel because I was giving her a hard time about my eco dyeing. Look at this. I just love this coffee filter. It was really hard and crusty around the edge, and I just love that grunge. Is that not adorable? Anyway, that's my coffee filter. So my life has been changed. I will now be able to link who I'm talking about behind their back. How's that sound? Also, I have now learned a lot of times on my phone, when I first open up my phone, it'll say, new subscriber, Jim Bob Tweety. And I just kind of slide it over because I'm on my way into my phone, and then it disappears. And I don't know that Jim Bob Tweety was a new subscriber. So today I decided I was going to write down that person's name before I swiped. And Susan is a new subscriber, and I thank you so much. She said she was sent through Kresha. I don't know what that means, how she was sent through Kresha, but she was, and she found me, and I'm excited. Also, Rosemary Morris, yes, you know, the queen, commented and spoke to me on messages. I'm excited. Anyway, she gave me this wonderful idea. She said she's the one that encouraged me to do another load of the eco print, and now I'm like 3 loads in and can't stop. But she's the one that said, Amy, why don't you make a recipe journal? Write down what leaves worked well for you, what leaves didn't, at what time of the year they worked. Make my notes on eco printing so I don't forget next year. So I'm going to make this a double whammy. A triple whammy. I'm going to make it a triple whammy. I'm going to pull my tripod out. I call it a tripod. It's really not. My phone stand out. I'm going to move it over to the other table so I have more room to spread out. I'm going to do a journaling by 5's, one of these. Videotape it. 1 whammy. 2 whammy. I'm going to use it as my recipe journal. So maybe I will leave every other page open so that I can make notes on it with a cool picture on the other side. Who knows? I might make it out of my EcoPrint paper. So I'll do that on video. That will be super fun. And number 2 whammy, I'm making a journaling by 5's. Number 2, I'm making it a recipe. Number 3, I will do a video while I have my video stand out of PVC pipe to show you guys how I put it together. So I'm excited about that. So Christina from her Christina Shack said they look better when they're dry. Oh, I have a light leg in our view here, don't I? Let me see if I can move this so we don't have the light leg there. She said sometimes they look better when they're dry. She'd kind of like to see them. Here they are, Christina. I will tell you, I actually don't know what leaf that is. I don't even know what leaf that is. So see, I do need to make notes. This was my elm sapling, which I said when I first opened it up, no print. Guess what? You're right, Christina. When it dried, I can see the print better. Now, as I went through, the paper started getting lighter. This is my fig leaf. Said it didn't work. Guess what? When it dried. Now, Christina said, was it Christina? She said take a brown pencil and trace around them, and sometimes it makes them pop better. Definitely a great tip. I'm going to try that. This is that stick-tight weed. I'm going to make more out of those, probably today. my rose. Grandma Z liked my rose. She likes roses anyway, so. Rose leaves. More stick-tight weed, which I am just all about, excited. This was a Solomon seal, which I thought gave kind of a cool shadow effect. My red bud, which did turn out, and I didn't think it did because of the green leaves, but it actually did leave me an imprint. Honeysuckle. I really like the honeysuckle. Just simple, plain, beautiful imprint. Now, this is my second day yesterday, and you probably can't tell, but they get lighter. This is roses again, but the paper was lighter, and I thought since the paper had sat overnight and was grungy, gross black that it would give me more color, but it really didn't. It gave me less color. I have a lot of them that really lightened up. This is a lantana. I'll use more lantanas. And another rose. So there you go, Christina. This flip through's for you. And guess what? I'll link your page today because I can. I mean, it's been what, almost 2 years I've been on here, and I'm just now figuring all this stuff out. I have to write it down though, because I'm not kidding you. With my brain mush, I will forget it. I'll forget everything I was wanting to do. I may have to go back and watch this video again. But there you have it. Got to tell you a story, real quick story, while we're just sitting here, and I've got you stuck till the end. Remember the raccoon that was out there my dog was barking at yesterday? Well, it came back last night, and I have a kid's tree house. You know, the little wooden ones like that have the swing on the side? I took the tree house apart, and I chicken wired it all in to turn my squirrels loose. If you don't know my squirrel story, go back in my videos. I've got that. So I've got the chicken wire all around the squirrel house so that the coons can't get in and eat their food, and they can come and go as they want through the top. Well, the baby squirrel was in the bottom of that today. Now, whether it came in with a broken leg or if it broke its leg trying to get in, I don't know. But it's in the treehouse, in the bottom of it, on the ground, with a broken leg. And scared to death. Princess was barking at it this morning. I had to go out and clothespin sheets up all around the bottom of it. So, number one, it could rest because it was curled up trying to sleep. And number two, so she won't bark all day. So, I have a beautiful coffee-dyed menagerie of sheets hanging on the treehouse today. And I gave her, him, her, whatever it is, an egg, a hot dog, and some muskmelon, and a bowl of water, so that it will have a full tummy as to its outcome tonight when my husband gets home. I don't want to say what that outcome's going to probably be because I don't want PETA or somebody else hauling me to jail. You know, I don't know. It could survive and it might not. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway. This is life. It's the circle of life. And sometimes things have to happen so that an animal like that does not suffer. It appears to me that maybe it had been run over in the road at some point because it's got scrapes all up and down its legs. Both legs, it looks like hind legs are broken. They're just hanging in the back, and it just drags itself around with its front. They're literally, you can see them flopping in the back. So it's a bad situation, and sometimes the pain just has to be removed. You know what I'm saying? It's farm life, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. So anyway, that's what's been going on here at the Eamon Ranch today, and I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye from Birdie.